if you're making a six-figure salary, saving half is much more attainable. If you're making $22,000 per year, however, it's not. At the lower end of the income spectrum, people are best served by earning more. This rapidly increases your power to save, obviously, because you can throw every dime of extra income directly into saving. Malcolm, so as I mentioned before, do you think it's a realistic goal for folks to consider saving half, or is that kind of just like a random thread in the personal finance space?
I think, well, so she mentioned that it's easier to do when you're a person who has a high income. Right. So if you're a person who's a software engineer, for example, the average income for someone in that role is like $180,000, $200,000. It's definitely possible to live on half of that in most places.
Absolutely.
Maybe not New York, San Francisco, places like that we've discussed on this show all the time. But realistically though, if you half that, and say you're a person who makes $100,000, you probably live in a place where $100,000 doesn't go as far as it would in a place where you wouldn't get paid $100,000.
Absolutely.
So in that case, maybe not. But I do think when you become dual income, no kids, it is certainly attainable to say, okay, we're not going to allow lifestyle creep to come in and force us to start buying things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't even like. It will actually allow us to save something. But then I also think, to take it a step further, it's realistic when you put time caps on it. Like when you say we're gonna save super aggressively
for 6 months,
12 months, 2 years, whatever it is, toward this time interval, then it makes it a little more palatable, rather than saying for the rest of our lives, we're only going to spend 50% of our income and life's gonna be great. And
I so wish I could have talked to this version of myself, like as a younger person, because I would have made so many other decisions, but most of them have to do with being more aggressive and being more like aware. Because like there were times when my wife and I were living together where we could have been socking away so much money, and we were just doing
those bottomless mimosas we're calling
Oh my God, like who knows how much money we burned up in our $875 a month apartment